Alrighty, let's get ready. Hello, welcome. And if you are here at the replay crew, welcome, welcome. I'm trying to see if I can get a bigger angle here without getting too much of the brightness there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get ready for live. We're gonna do walking, and let me just go ahead and pick it up on the big TV so I can see your comments. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Let me go ahead and check out the device. Here we go. Isn't it so cool you can have your TV up there? And let me see. Yeah. Okay, good. So I can hear. And then let me go ahead and hit a like button myself. Hi, are you guys on the East Coast? Oh, hi, Grant. Hi, Candy K. Wow, that is so amazing to get anybody. Usually I'm like here all by myself for a while. So it's so cool to get people on right away. I was thinking like a lot of the East Coast, the East Coast people, friends are on lunch maybe. Oh, good. Picture and sound. Okay, awesome. Thank you. So we're going to get just like probably a 30-minute walk in. And I just thought maybe, and Grant says, hi, Paula. Hello. Hello, Paula. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. Usually I'm like all alone in here. Like Trek, I'm all alone. I've got my Iuga leggings on today. I've got Butter Lab leggings. Oh, it's yeah, lunchtime-ish. That's true. Now, us on the West Coast, it's only 9:34. Paula says hi to Grant. So we have Kendi K, all day. We have Grant, we have Paula, and I think that we got the three of us. And yay, I've got 3 likes already. So thank you guys. And let me go ahead and make sure I turn down the other devices just so it doesn't interrupt. And then, but yeah, look, I've got my Iuga leggings on. This is the Butter Lab and the chocolate. I like this yolk area. Like I never can tell like if I'm swollen. Hi, Kendi. Still listening to your last live with Kara hosting. Yeah, wasn't that fun? That was so fun, Paula. That our last live that we did on Monday. And then this next Monday, Grant's going to be hosting the following. So he's going to be hosting on the 20th, and then I'll be hosting the week after that. So I can't wait to figure out what we're going to be talking about. So this one has, I think, the logo back here. And you pull it up however you need. I'm only 5'4". These are mediums. And they like how they have and I have no booty. Hi, Food for Real from Toronto. Welcome in. I have the side pockets. And then this shirt, this is an SPF shirt also. I love the navy, the dark color. On it, it has the logo. Let me see, it has the logo right here. And this one, oh, it has pockets right here. So this one, yesterday I was wearing one that had like a zipper pocket. This one has like the side pockets that are similar to the leggings pocket. So yeah, I just like all the different versatility. And you know what? I think I only paid like 12.99 for these Iuga for the Iuga top. And because you can stack your coupons and yeah, Candy K says Iuga leggings for the win. Yep. And then you can stack your coupon. And I know a lot of us friends on here have coupon codes for you. And if anybody wants to use my code, it's 25 PAMMY, PAMMY. Food for All says hi to Paula. Candy K, thank you for watching, Paula. And then, but yeah, 25 PAMMY. And then you can stack that coupon. And then depending on how many leggings you buy, you get the best discount if you get 4 items. So my last order, I ordered 4, and I think it was summer 15 or something. It automatically shows up on the website, the discount. So you don't even have to worry about adding the code in. So it's so cool. And so I do enjoy. I'm so glad trying to get some Iuga leggings because all you guys have been sporting them, and I had not tried them yet. So I'm very, very pleased. I've tried a lot of different leggings. So I'm going to set my iWatch for walking inside as we talk. It's so much easier to work out whenever you have somebody to talk to. Paula, have you already gone to the gym for the day? I wonder if, Grant, have you already worked out for the day? I know, Kendi K, you had PT yesterday, right? Physical therapy, or no, Monday. When do you go back? Do you have to go more than once? Please hit the like button, smash the thumbs up. Thank you, Paula. All right, so I'm going to start off at 4.5. My walking pad seems to be a little bit slow because I know at the gym, oh shoot, I hit stop. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go back again. All right, so start. It seems slow because I have to get it to like 4.5 or 5. So it might be, this is just a walking pad from Target. Grant says, went to the gym yesterday, probably not today. Okay. Do you, and I know I don't typically do workout every day, but I've just been, yeah, and Paula. So Friday had a medical procedure. And so I'm just going to show, I know you were curious, and I just didn't want to say a whole lot because of work stuff, but I'm going to point. Okay, you probably will know what I mean by that. Um, just a little working because not my regular job, but my part time. Trying to work something out to be able to utilize some of my sick time that I have built up. And so anyway, being faculty and adjunct is kind of weird, kind of different. So Paula says, I have not. I'm having some serious back pain and spasms. I'll be getting some form of exercise in. Oh man. So Paula, have you tried? So whenever I have gosh, I've had those back spasms before. Yes, how are you feeling? Okay. I feel so good. Like I'm like super duper impressed. And I think it's just because one area was done that like whenever I had my stomach hernia last August, which is almost a year, I had my hernia surgery. They did a vertical incision and then a horizontal. And they put a 10 by 10 mesh. So a 10 by 10 mesh last year, my entire abdomen has mesh inside, and it's the second hernia surgery. Actually, it's the third hernia surgery because once it was emergency, and then they went in and at first they put a mesh here. I ended up gaining weight and picking up heavy things, and I pushed it back out a couple years later, and then had the hernia getting bigger and bigger, and it was like a big knot like this. It looked like a grapefruit, and it was just my intestines and the adipose tissue coming through. And then this time, so it took me a while to vet a good bariatric surgeon who also did hernias, and so I felt like since I have gastric bypass 26 years ago, I wanted to make sure that I went to a doctor who knew my anatomy. And then he said, when we go in there, we'll make sure that, if there's anything wrong, we'll fix it. Well, guess what? When he went in there, he said I had a little hole, and it's like where the intestine connects. Because in the Roux-en-Y gastric bypass, they cut out some of the intestine and they reroute it to your stomach. Yes. And that's good. She says, I'm so glad you found a great surgeon. It took me a while. I went to UCLA doctors, and then I went to Cedar Sinai. I was trying to get a specialist that had been recommended by my surgeon for my gastric bypass revision. And that surgeon was like so backed up, and there were some appointment issues. But you know what? I feel like God leads you to the right people, and I always pray about it. And I found this guy, and he knew my surgeon that fixed my first hernia, and who also did my gastric bypass revision, Dr. Nishi, over off of Wilshire at Kalili Center in Los Angeles. And Dr. Nishi has been on a medical leave. He did something with he hurt himself, and he's been on medical leave. And, when you're a surgeon, you gotta be, you have a physical problem, and it puts you out. So I wish him well. I hope he gets better. But anyway, the doctor I met, he was in Marina Del Rey, and he knew Dr. Nishi. So he's like, oh, if I ever need to talk to him, he left really good notes in your system, your chart. And if I need to talk to him, I know how to get a hold of him. I was like, that just made me feel so good because we loved Dr. Nishi. Love, not loved, but he would take like an hour with you to talk to you in the office or whatever amount of time to make you feel comfortable. When he came into Cedars after the surgery on the second, or no, on my revision, he brought his daughter, and I think they played tennis and stuff. He even had a program. He's been on news and stuff about robotic surgery. But anyway, I know it's a whole nother. I'm squirreling off on a whole nother thing, but just to say I really love him. But I was so glad last year. It was a long process, but to feel comfortable because I was really, really nervous last year. Um, but when you have that much surgery, like I've just learned from surgeries I've had. I had gastric bypass revision. I've had hernia emergency surgery. I've had hernia repair one. I've had kidney stones, and then this last hernia repair. And so then that's whenever I asked the hernia specialist, "Hey, can I get this excess skin removed from the lower stomach?" And as soon as I asked the question, and I said, "Well, which doctors do you like? Do you work with any doctors?" And so when the patient asked that, then he could offer that information. Well, a surgeon that spends time with you, that's awesome and rare. It definitely is so rare, right? I hope he gets back into practice, even if he can't do surgeries, if he can do something to just see people, because he's just an amazing person. Um, so yeah, Cedar Sinai doctors have been my favorite. I have, I don't know, I didn't get a good vibe when I went to UCLA. Grant says, yes, it is. Yeah. When I went to UCLA, I felt like this, it was more, not the doctors, it was the staff. I felt like there was a lot of negativity in there and people weren't happy about people being in the office. Everybody had masks on, and this was just last year. And there, I understand when you're around a lot of people wearing a mask, but it's just so impersonal sometimes. So that's just a personal thing for me. But anyway, it wasn't that. It was the fact that I had to give my driver's license to get a bathroom key to use a bathroom. Um, People just seemed grumpy. The nurse for the other doctor that I was going to check into, she was kind of grumpy too. She's like, "Yes, I got your information. I'm uploading your documents." And she just gave me an attitude. And I was like, and I'm always a nice person. And, I'm trying to like help their day be better because I know they're working. And at the time, I'm not working. And so I know what that's like. And yeah, so I just try to be courteous and help. If they're not having a good mood, I even will try to figure out a way to try to get them in maybe in a happier mood before I leave. So anyway, I just said, you know what? Cedar Sinai doctors have been the best. So I'll just stay with them. And it's a complicated hospital, like all different locations. We try to find parking and offices. That's the only bad thing. Traffic going to Los Angeles. Ooh. So we could go back on Monday, and I got to see the doctor on Monday. Um, and I'm actually considering the full recovery. Yep, definitely. So yeah, my energy is so good. I did not like waking up from anesthesia. That was the worst. Last year, I know, man, if I could, I'm gonna say, hey, go back to the note for there was the two ladies, two females who were the anesthesiologist and anesthesia nurse team last year, because they always have two, I noticed. And they did a really good cocktail because I felt so good with them, woke up good, all that stuff. And Paula says, that's understandable. Um, who needs to go to a, yeah, who needs to go do a hospital or clinic where they have attitude, right? And act like you are in imposition. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So that doctor will never know that that's one of the reasons I didn't choose him. He kind of got, I felt like he got upset that he was my second opinion. Because you know how they say, get a first opinion, second opinion, maybe even a third opinion? He could see in the system, even though he's not Cedar Sinai, that doctors talk, and he was a hernia specialist. And he said, "Oh, and you talked to so and so." And I was like, "Yeah." At first, I was trying to get in to see you, but someone in scheduling set my appointment, and I ended up going to the other doctor first. And so I want to come to you and get get another opinion. And he's like, "Oh, don't worry, you won't hurt my feelings either way, whoever you select." And I was like, "Wow, either he's cocky or just his delivery of how he talked to me was just not. It just didn't vibe with me." And I was like, "I don't feel. I want to feel good about my surgeon." So I'm so happy. I love the other doctor. I need to go by and say hi to them because I ended up. You can see Poe. He's our older bulldog. He's moving around, trying to stay in, and I got to let the puppy in. 3-year old. She's by the door because it was 105 yesterday. So as soon as I'm done with my walk, I'm gonna let her in. But yeah, Bakersfield's hot. Whew. We have been lucky though. We had a really nice, cool June. So it's just now catching up. So yeah, what are we doing here? 11 minutes. Okay. Yeah, Kenny says, agree. You got bad vibes. Yeah. So the Lord sent you to good people. Yes. Yes. Oh, feels good whenever you know that the Lord sends you to the right people. Good bedside manner is important. Yes, Grant. Oh, look at him. I'm like, just don't get on the walking pad. Don't get on the walking pad, sir. Um, yeah, and I was just really nervous. I waited so long to get that surgery done because I thought, wow, this is going to be really complicated. I told everybody when I went to our surgeries, it was considered a complex hernia because I had it recurred. And then what happened before when he fixed my hernia, the other doctor, that my liver, or no, this, I don't know if this was my hernia or maybe my gastric bypass revision in 2010. He said my liver was stuck to something, so they had to like burn those apart. And he said it's something that happens anytime you're cut inside. Hi, JC Calamity Jane. Jen says, hi, Pammy and all. Have your have you running in a meeting? Oh, okay. Ways to all. Jen says hi to everybody. Jen, we have Paula, Grant, and Kenny K all day in the house. I like saying that. And then we have Mr. Poe. Um, so Poe is a nickname that all of our animals are named after Disney characters. And I forget where Poe came from because we've gone through so many of the names. And I think it's something about Gaston, something with Beauty and the Beast. I forgot. And then Paula says, hi, Jen. So, yeah, so what I'm going to say, I find that recovery after any of the surgeries, walking, and I was telling my sister this too, walking after has been the best thing. It helps me recover quicker. I always feel better because of it. And I'll never forget my first surgery, which was the gastric bypass 26 years ago. I went walking in my neighborhood and I got this euphoric feeling. It was just like this really good, happy feeling. And when I think back, I'm like, okay, is that because of the pain medicine? Yeah, gastric bypass. Hi, Reardon, 1967. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm not sure of your actual name, but welcome. Maybe something with a D. Um, so I don't know if it was I lost 238. You lost 238 pounds. Wow. Reardon, that's incredible. Congratulations. Wow. I wonder if were you born in 67? I was born in 69. Jen, walking is the best post surgery. Yes. Gets your bowels moving. Oh, yeah. Yesterday was hard. I bought Mago 7 and today I'm still feeling a little if. So I took 3 of the Mago 7 that it says on the bottle at the same time to see how that goes. Ridden says, but never drink, but had alcohol issue for a year. Oh, okay. You doing okay on that? Reardon says, thanks, Jane. Congratulations, Reardon. Yeah, from Jen to Reardon. Yeah. A lot of people, too, after gastric bypass, started drinking alcohol more. And I remember years ago that being the, I think it's like a transference of addiction. Was my transference of addiction shopping? Reardon says, yeah, but it never was a drinker. Oh, you were never a drinker before. Grant says, any reason to use that poop emoji? Yeah, Jen loves poop emojis. Can I say that word? Oh, and depression. Okay, so I'm not a drinker and I don't crave it. We have lots of alcoholics in our family, and so I've just learned to just stay away from it. But I don't think I have that in me, that addiction. Me, it was food, chocolate. 75 is a good year too. Yeah, Candy K. And then Reardon and poop, there it is. Poop, there it is. Poop, there it is. Okay, you can say poop emojis. Okay, poop emojis, there it is. And then hi JC, hi regarding, I think Reardon, yeah, regarding. Just say you're talking about chickens or constipation. Yeah. So yeah, so the constipation, after you're on pain medication, anesthesia, that kind of stuff, you definitely, just like Miss Toy, the review saying, 3 days for sure. You usually don't go poop emoji, and then it's usually by the day four. You see. And then Reardon, I don't anymore at all. I had 22 esophageal dilations due to ulcers. Oh my goodness. I'm asking if you had any issues. Oh, um, Reardon, so with my gastric bypass, do I have any issues? I would say it's just like the normal side effects. I have to worry about nutrition deficiencies, iron deficiency, and so I do have to take iron and ferritin to keep my red blood cells going. And I have to take a vitamin D. I get a prescribed dose, so it's once a week, and it's like I don't know, 25,000 EUs, something like that. And then I got lactose kind of intolerant there, no ice cream. Although now it doesn't seem to bother me as much. And then my blood glucose, I have to be really careful because of that dumping syndrome and eating the wrong thing and then crashing with my blood sugar. Those are the only things I would say that I had happen after my gastric bypass. But I didn't have any other of those medical issues like you were saying that you had. So I hope you got it all worked out. And then I regained Reardon after having the surgery and spent like 10 to 15 years back in the 300s area. JC says, hi, Kendi. Hey, I did a group hi earlier. I can only be in a chat here and there. Oh, yeah. And then, so yeah, Jen came in and said she was in a meeting, but she said, hi, everybody. And then Kendi, I know some people that totally transferred food addiction to alcohol after bypass. Yes, after gastric bypass. Yeah, that was a thing. And my doctor talked to us about it. And I saw it. I saw people, I knew people who transferred their addiction over to alcohol. Mine was bringing back the chocolate and the Hershey Kisses and the cookies. So I had to be careful to limit that. And so far, so good. Reardon, same, can't eat anything except protein and cottage cheese, 10 years out. Oh, yeah. So I'm 26 years out from the original bypass. The reason why I had the hernia is when I had the bypass, they were just starting the laparoscopic. I feel like I missed a comment. And oh yeah, Reardon said, glad you're doing well. Okay. Um, so what they're thinking. Yeah, 10 years out. So I just was never, I never had that appeal for the alcohol. Like, if we were on a cruise, I'll have a little cocktail. Thank you. He's farting right now, like it really stinks. Um, Too young. So I'll be 57 in September. So I was born in 69. My husband's turning 60 next week. He was born in 66. And, but yeah, I had gastric bypass when I was 30. And Some people ask, would you, if you had GLP-1s back then, would you do it the same? I mean, if I had GLP-1s back then, I would do GLP-1. But personally, I feel like it's helped me having both because my stomach gets full faster because I'm on Mounjaro now. And I've been on Mounjaro for almost 3 years. So the beginning of August will be 3 years. Oh, okay, Paula said, have to go. My son is here. Have a blessed day, Pam, and everyone. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Paula, for coming in. Have an amazing day. Enjoy your son. Hubby. Oh, my hubby's young. Yeah, I'm 57. I mean, I'll be 57 in September. He will be 60 next week. He's at work right now. Happy birthday to hubby. I'll tell him happy birthday. Have you ever told anybody your name in any of the chats? Or do you go to any of the other communities for GLP-1 or mainly gastric bypass? Because one thing I have learned is that even if you have bariatric surgery, eventually the food waste starts coming back. Our mind doesn't get fixed, the chemicals in our brain and all that. Hello, Alonda. Hi, it's so good to see you. Alonda, guys, if you guys aren't following Alonda, she has a channel too. Hello, I'm just stopping by. Thank you, Alonda. Alonda, is your channel under the name that you have on there right now? Um, Yeah, I've been going over there and trying to get caught up, watching a few videos here and there. So definitely want to do that and see you today. And then today at 7 p.m. Eastern, Twan and JC Calamity Jane are going to go live and talk about blood glucose. Alon saying, glad that I could catch you. Yes, thank you. It's kind of unusual. I don't do a lot of lives. Yeah, okay. So her channel is Alonda 180. So yeah, Reardon, it is the bariatric surgery, I feel like helps you, with control of the amount of food. Nice, yeah. And but the food cravings come back. You're always thinking about food. So I feel like then adding in the extra tool of a GLP-1 helps because when you have a disease of obesity, our bodies don't work the same as everybody else. I'm going to crank this up a bit to 5. Our bodies don't work like everybody else who says, oh, just eat less and exercise more, right? I don't know, I call it we have the fat gene. And in your family, one sibling can have it and the other sibling won't. Um, and my little brother never had a weight problem. My husband never had a weight problem. If he wants to eat less, he can, no problem at all. And so it's just, I don't know, the endocrine system, the metabolic system, it's different. And you can see kids who like crave bad foods and sugary foods at an early age and they carry the extra weight. And I know that there's some research going on to kind of figure out what's causing it. We do know that once you eat sugar, you crave more sugar. Be well, Kara. Welcome in, Kara. Hi, Pammy. Hi, everyone. Harry Paula was in here, but she just left. Her son came in, so she just left. We've had Grant, Candy K all day. JC Calamity Jane, she's at a meeting, so she's kind of in and out. So thank you guys and Reardon. And yeah, guys, smash the like button. My watch hours right now are stuck at 9:27, and I know a lot of you guys have been watching my videos, and we've been watching here. And I think what happens is sometimes YouTube doesn't update the hours for a couple of days, but I'm probably losing some hours too. Candy K says, hi, Cara. Yeah, because I thought last weekend that I had 934 watch hours and now it's 927. So I might have some time, I've been on here for 2 years, so time starts dropping off. Be well, Cara. Awesome. Watching Grant on the TV and you on the phone. Oh, I didn't realize that Grant's not live. What's Grant doing, Cara? If I wasn't watching the TV for the comments, I would be him on this one. Shoot, maybe we could do a raid. That was so cool. He was able to come over and say hi too. I wish he would tell me he was on live. And Candy says that I'm here headed to PT for my lunch. Okay, so you are going to physical therapy today. Karia says he's trying out the Premiere feature. Oh, what is the Premiere feature? I wonder what that is. I'm just going to do 30 minutes. We have 5 more minutes to go. And try to focus on, I keep telling myself, I've got to roll my feet. When you're out and about walking, I learned that if you roll your feet, it helps in case you happen to step on a little uneven spot in the road or a hole. It helps you from tripping. It helps you with your balance. It's where Jane says it's where you, sorry, Jane, premiere with recorded video. Oh, I thought he did that before, or he's shown a video while he was on. You've done one before. I did? Oh. Oh, okay. Yes. JC Comedy Jane. Okay. So yeah, whenever you record your vlog, and then and you set it up, so I will put it on private first. I'll see if I have any copyright issues with music. And then once it processes, I go in there and I schedule it, and then I set it as a premiere. Yeah, you're right. And then you can choose like how you want the intro to come in, where it does a clock and it's like all that stuff. You can't worry about when others go live. I know. I know. But then, it'd be nice to figure out how to do the redirect. I have the iPad over here, but my computer's over there. And I think you said you have to get on your computer to do it. You do it when you start a new series. Oh, Kara, so you have different series that you do? I'm just kind of like a mixture of different things: lifestyle, food, working out, travel. JC Calamity Jane. Oh, you know what? I could take my shot today too. Kara says, "Hey, Calamity Jane," and then Calamity Jane, y'all got to calm down about content creation. I know. I just want to let it flow. When it happens, I just don't have time to make it like a full time thing. Honestly, guys, teaching gets me more money, and I make 6 figures as a teacher, and then add in the college work that I do. There's no way that I can make enough money on the YT, but it's fun for me. I mean, it'd be nice to monetize and make a little bit of change to use for some people to pay for medicine. For some people, like advertising products and stuff. Alonda says, "Hey, JC." Jim says, "Hi, Cara." Jen, this will never be full time. Yeah, right? Yeah. Calamity Jane, "Hey, Alonda." And then Kara says, "Hi, Alonda." Yeah, I'm like, do people even really make a lot of money? Jane, for me and IRS, this is a hobby. Yeah. Well, you know what though? I have a limited liability LLC, and any expenses to do with YouTube, I could put it in there as a business expense. Because the one thing, if you have a W-2, it's really good to have a little side business. I usually always try that, so that any of those expenses, getting your nails done, doing videos where you're showing your nails, things that you could legally claim, I'm all about that. The medication, I was surprised a lot of people don't seem to know that you could write off the cost of your medication if you're able to reach that threshold to start counting your medication. Alonda says, "Hey, Cara, how are you all?" Yeah, Iris, the hobby. Kenny, the more, and then Kenny K says, "For more, yeah, use your money for more Iuga leggings." Yep. I wonder if is that how you pronounce Iuga? Iuga, I've heard some people say, gosh, I can't think of the other way. I don't know, I'll just say Iuga. Alonda, thanks for the tips. Yeah, you can write off, yes, your home office and energy use. Yes, I did that this last year. And I do my office work in the biggest room in the house, like 10 by 10. I don't know, it's bigger than 10 by 10, but nobody else is in here using it. I have my exercise equipment, which I'm recording. And yeah, sometimes I use the kitchen for videos, but I don't think it matters how big the square footage is anyway. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out, my daughter needs to do a side business because her W-2 job pays well. And like when you have a W-2, you need to have like a little side business so you can write off expenses. Go on. I see people who are tax accountants and they're traveling to Mexico and stuff, and they figure out a way to connect something there for work, do some kind of meetup, or maybe they meet with a client or something, and then they're able to write off a portion of that trip. I don't know if they write off all of it, but wouldn't that be nice? We need to figure out how to do that. We need some more tax accountant friends. Grant needs to spread some of his knowledge. I had a really good a cousin who did investments, but she passed away with her second bout of cancer when she was in her late 50s. So I didn't get to pick her brain long enough. Kenny says, yeah, the Schedule C for your business. Yep. Did the Schedule C. Um, it costs more to get your taxes done when you have a business, but if I didn't, I'd be paying a lot more money. If I ever do anything wrong, I end up in the slam. Can you guys send me something for coffee? Please never let that happen. I'm always scared that I'm going to get called for an audit because I'm terrible at receipts. I need to get better at that. I try to keep things organized. I was behind in my taxes and I did a couple years altogether. But I'm glad I finally got all that taken care of. I was so, once my grandson was sick, we didn't get a lot of other stuff done. And I just put things to the wayside. But now we're in a better place. So we're working on getting those things done. Alonda, I have had several audits. Oh, they loved you for years. Oh my gosh, Alonda, what was that like? Were you good at keeping your receipts? Oh, I know they say keep it for 7 years. Oh, that just like scares me hearing that word. Um, and I feel like once you get targeted, I'm trying to do all the things to lower the flag. And my last one said, hey, that you have a lot of high risk flags here. One, have a business does raise flag. Two, like I don't like to put too much like food for business expenses because I feel like that's an area that they look at. Entertainment. So keep it to office supplies, computer equipment, your clothing, and you not work. I do OCD played in my favor. Oh, yeah, keeping everything organized. That's good, Alonda. I used to be really organized and now I run out of spaces. So that's one of the things right now. I think in the next couple of weeks, I need to organize and put stuff in the same place because I need to figure out where in the process my last taxes are at. I haven't seen I saw the state refund come through, but not the federal yet. Candy, yeah, Pam, you're right. You're absolutely right. Consult your tax advisor. That's right. It can all be written off as a Schedule C expense. Yeah. And the medical, I can't remember if it's 10,000 is a threshold, 10 or 12. Um, but imagine if you are paying for your skin removal or any kind of surgeries, a LASIK eye surgery, your glasses, dental implants, braces. There's some big things that you might have for expenses that can help get you to that threshold. Imagine if if you were paying $1,400 a month for the GLP-1, 1,400 times 12, you're already past the threshold. 1,000 a month, I don't think anybody pays that much anymore, but every once in a while I hear people talk about that price. And I'm like, why are you spending that much money? Is it because I would imagine Lilly Direct is even cheaper than that. Because some people can't do compounds because of some health issues, and they're allergic to a lot of different things, and some people don't trust it. So so for people who buy the brand names of from Eli Lilly or what is Wegovy and Ozempic, what is it called? Okay, we have Eli Lilly, Nova Nordis. Nova Nordis. Yes, The name of the game is itemize your deductions using Schedule C. Sorry, typos driving. Oh, that's okay. Be careful, sweetie. Oh, you're driving to PT too. Yeah, be careful. Wait till the red light. That's what I do. And I'm a typo queen. I read right through it, I think. So I think I figured it out. So got our 30 minutes. 30, it says 35, but I know I stopped and talked a few times. But yeah, walking is so good for you. Um, I'm doing some collagen protein, a drink called Juven, Juven. I'm going to post a video today. Today I was thinking, do I want to do my jab day on Thursdays? And then that way by Saturday, I have more appetite suppression for the weekend. I do splurge more on the weekend with my calories. So it's so weird. I don't feel like I really need it. Like I'm not really craving food. I'm like looking for food. This morning I made yesterday. Oh, Candy, hey, I made salmon croquet yesterday. Red salmon from can. I mixed in a little bit of mayonnaise, a little bit of mustard, and different seasonings. I always change up the seasonings. I forgot to put dill in there. And then I used olive oil in the cast iron skillet. Just plop down a couple of patties, like scoop them down, big scoops. And then when they were done, I put some more mustard on top. Ooh, it was so delicious. That's what I'm gonna have for lunch. And then did I record it? No, I was talking on the phone at the same time. Guys, you can, oh yeah, here we go, our Captain Grant. Yes, you can do a general write-off for office using the square footage, oh yeah, of your home when doing your taxes. Okay, so Grant, you can do a general write-off for office space or square footage as opposed to all the little details, right? Like if you don't have a lot of office details. And then like with Kenny K and I both, I have an old family home that I use as a rental expense too. Um, the house is falling apart. Correct. Okay, okay. So yeah, guys, consult your tax accountant, but there's an option in there to either write off the square footage as a general write off, or you have the all the little details, all the office supplies, buy a new computer all the time. Can you say says, yay? Um, Gosh, I guess that we could buy new Apple iPhones every year, huh? I do need to get a second phone so that because I'm not going to carry an iPad and I'm using my grandson's iPad. But when I'm in here, I have a TV. I can look at comments. But imagine like you could stream more on the outside if you had the second phone. And I've been watching. I have this. My guilty pleasure is every morning I watch Disney World streamers. There's three streamers, actually four, but mainly three that I watch. One is Sean, who has autism and wasn't diagnosed until he was an adult. And it helps me to learn more about navigating as somebody who is or knows someone with autism. And that helps with my students. He's at Disney World parks, all the different parks, and it's called The Disney Show with Sean. Then I watch Disney Parks with Love. That's Janelle Love, and she's there a lot. And then there's the crazy Disney lady, or yeah, crazy Disney lady, and her name is Tanya. And so I'll flip through there. These people have like 10,000 subscribers. The main person who the two ladies, they also work with another guy, Ron on the Go. And Ron on the Go, he has a video showing all his equipment and what it's like to get his equipment ready to go live streaming at Disney, one of the Disney World parks. And he's gone to Tokyo, California. He was at the Disneyland just last month. And I find it really interesting. I want to go back and rewatch it to see his equipment. And he had the two different phones, the gimbals, extra cords, battery, headphone, and then he packs his food, water, electrolytes, medicine in case he's hurt. What else? He said he doesn't carry the umbrella because I know in Florida it rains a lot, He said that if he looks at the weather forecast and there's like more than 3 hours, then he'll bring an umbrella. It's funny, people in the East Coast say umbrella, umbrella. Instead of here, we say umbrella, umbrella. The second syllabus is more accented for us. And I hear the accent on the for a lot of people over on the on the East Coast. They always say umbrella. And I don't know how you guys say it, but I say umbrella, umbrella. Emphasis on the second. So like umbrella has three segments, right? I forget what that's called right now. And the emphasis on the accent is on the middle part, or maybe us more on the West Coast. And I hear the accent on the first syllable for umbrella. Anyway, I'm going off the tangent for no reason. So I don't know if there's any questions. Um, I don't know. Should I take my jab today? I would like to take it. Grant says, in my state, there are different accents between northern and southern part. Hey, so Virginia. I know you always hear West Virginia, West Virginia. Probably because it's music, right? Mountain Mama, take me home, country road, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. Okay, so anyway, I never hear too much of North Virginia and South Virginia. It's like East and West, or you hear. I bet you. Do you think the influence is from coming? The northern part is closer to like Washington D.C. Oh, when you're in West Virginia, good song. Was the who sang that song? Was it the guy with the was it John Denver? Yeah, syllables. I love this. You better teach us not syllables. Syllabus. I love this. Better teach us not syllables. Yeah, well, not syllabus. So syllabus is like your agenda for your class, and syllables. You're right. Syllables is the segments of the word. Good thing I don't teach English. You guys know I teach health. I was the biggest obese health teacher, but I was a college counselor first for like 20 years, and then a high school counselor for a couple years, and then I went into teaching. Hey everyone. So Alonda says, hey everyone, I'm heading out soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Alonda, if you're at all interested in learning a little bit more about blood glucose, check out the live 7 p.m. Eastern today, or is it 7:30? Let me see. JC Calamity Jane and Tracy Zatron. Ooh, that feels so weird when you get off. John Ginger wrote Country Rose. Okay, John Denver. So they're going live today talking about blood glucose. It'd be a good one to put on your radar because no matter if somebody has type 2 diabetes or not, the fact if you take a GLP-1, your blood glucose can experience lows, especially when you're working out. Okay, 7 p.m. Eastern. And if you're on the East Coast, 7 p.m. Eastern, West Coast will be 4 p.m. Pacific. Central, our Midwestern states are going to be 5 p.m. So I have that on my alert alarm. Grant, if you don't see me in there, maybe you can send me a message. No, you got too many things to worry about. I'm going to put an alarm because the calendar doesn't always alert me because I put it on do not disturb sometimes. And let's see. So there's that today. Oh, okay. Of course, I meant to say syllables, not syllabus. Oh, okay, okay. And I know you're driving, so I was trying to correct that, but it didn't know what I was saying. Yeah, I know, right? I hate that sometimes with the text to speech or speech to text. It doesn't recognize my words a lot. And I don't know if it's because of my accent. I have what they call the Bakersfield sound. Because in our area, we have a lot of transplants from Oklahoma and Arkansas. And so we have a little bit of twang in our sound. If we had parents my mom was from North Carolina, but she stayed there for 5 years before coming to California, Montana, and Nevada. But my dad was from Arkansas. And so he definitely has that strong accent. So it's weird, every once in a while you'll hear it come out more depending on who I'm talking to. What made you pivot from being a counselor to teaching question mark? Yeah. So, and Alonda said, thank you. So it didn't happen until my grandson was diagnosed with leukemia. And so going from the college system, one of my friends said, hey, we have a counselor opening. Why don't you come? And I kept saying, no, no, no. I did not. Like the whole time I became a counselor, I did not want to work with teenagers because I was always worried about the drama and the possible risk of suicide and just dealing with all of that mentally. I didn't know if I could handle it. Because I always thought, like, "Oh, maybe I'll be a psychiatrist or a psychologist, therapist, because I would always be that person growing up that would listen to people's problems. But then I realized it was just like, it hurts my heart too much to hear too much of it. Like I feel like I'm an empath on that. And I thought, I don't know if I could do this for a career. Well, so as a college counselor, we could focus more on academics and classes, and um, and then I Okay, so I closed out the app grant, and then I forgot that you have to tap the screen, and then it gives you the option to resume. I wonder if YouTube's just having like a weird glitch today. Um, so let's see, and hit plus. Yeah, the plus. Yeah, there we go. Okay, thank you for that. Hey Grant, did you do a premiere? Is your premiere done? I heard that they were talking about you were doing a premiere, and I was like, "What's that?" And then Calamity Jane says, "Pam, you do a few of those." Yesterday, I tried it. I was it yesterday or the day before I did a premiere, and I fell asleep. Doses of Shawnee, hello, welcome in. And Grant says hi. Doses of Shawnee say we had Kindy K all day. She's on her way to an appointment, and then Alonda. I think it's Alonda 180. Wait. Alonda, let me see what her numbers are. Yeah, 180. ALLANDA 180. She was in here. Paula was in here and her son arrived, so she went to go see him. And then JC Calamity Jane is kind of in and out. She's at meetings. Grant's here too. Thank you, Grant. He saved me. It froze all of a sudden. And so I don't know, you know how every once in a while YouTube has these weird glitches, and I have my phone on do not disturb. So it wasn't like a phone call. And yeah, I don't know why it glitched. So I was answering, Joseph Strong says, "Hey, Grant and Pammy." So I was answering a question from Candy K all day. And she said, what made me decide um, to go from being a high school counselor into working in the classroom? So I became a health teacher. And okay, you have to do the same restart the thing. Really? When your live chat won't show. Safe. Oh, good. Kenny K's safe and safe and sound, and she's probably getting ready to do her workout too. Oh, you came in and it was frozen. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know why that happened. Um, Stranger things happen, right? So, and I'll try not to move too much. But Kenny K, to answer her question, she said, "Why? What made you decide to go into the classroom as opposed to being a counselor?" And it's because usually it's the other way around. Teachers become counselors. But I started in the college system, and I just enjoyed that whole process of planning your schedule as a student myself and working with counselors and stuff. And it was like, okay, do I want to go into teaching or counseling? And I chose the master's program for school counseling first. Worked at the university for 8 years and then went over to the community college. And you know what's so funny? Okay, so community colleges pay more than universities. And then guess what? High schools pay more than community colleges and more than universities. Even if you're at a prestigious university, like in our area, Cal Polytechnic is a great school over at the coast, and a lot of people with like engineering majors will go there. Yeah, I'm sure counseling is way different between college and primary education. Yeah. And but so my friend who was a counselor at this high school, they she was looking for somebody who she knew and knew that that was a good worker, and all the things. And she's like, "Pam, apply." And I kept telling him forever, like, "No, I don't want to work with high school kids. No, just not my thing. I don't want to do that." She convinced me, and I got the job. I had a lot of experience working with career and technical education, getting people into skill, like different labor skills, like electricians, culinary, business, nursing, welding, automotive, all that kind of stuff. And so it was good bringing in those skills into the high school because not a lot of people at the high school knew too much about the college. So it's funny going backwards. You bring in it's that transfer. You bring in your skills from all the other places. What do I call that? Transference of skills. It's not you use your skills. Like my first job was McDonald's. I used the skills that I learned in customer service to go everywhere else and I stayed busy. Yeah, CTE. Yep. So I worked in CTE for a long time too. Now in CTE, I was considered an advisor, even with my master's in counseling. And they just never opened up a counselor position. So that was the reason why I left there. Went to a different office, worked with educational opportunity programs and services for a while, then got into disabled students and program services. I had to go back to college and learn how to work with adults with disabilities, learn how to test them for learning disabilities. And actually, funny thing is, we don't really test in our office, but because I got a post grad certificate with the hours and the units and all that, I am credentialed enough to work in the office. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to work in the office. So that's my part time adjunct job. And if I wanted to, which I don't have enough time, I could teach. God, I look so old. I don't have any makeup on. I put eyeliner and lip gloss. I'm trying. Oh, I'm trying to work on my skincare while I'm here at home. I charged my red light therapy mask and I put this on for 15 minutes last night. So after we're done, I'll put it on again and watch a little bit of TV. I'm gonna get some water in. I've been putting on. I bought a pack of masks from Costco, so it has those nice gel that Korean skincare. I've been putting on different layers of skincares and stuff like that. So I'm trying to work on the skin because I really need to do eyelid. Um, I had a college student the other day. He was on the spectrum, and he said, "What's wrong with your eye?" We were on Zoom, and and I think the camera's like looking from up here. So see how like this eye you can always see it slanted. Oh, meet Virginia is here. Welcome, Virginia. And Kenny says, "Hi, Shawnee." Um, And yeah, counseling in elementary would be like so different, right? But then again, it's kind of sad sometimes you see the things that the kids are going through. So back, didn't finish my story, huh? I squirreled. So I was a counselor. And then in our high school system, they have you go back. They want you to have a teaching credential in case they ever need you to go back in, if they need to pull you out of counseling to go into a classroom. Hey, Journey of Life is here. Hi, Journey. And then Journey, I had to start writing down people's names. You're Angie. I kept forgetting that your name was Angie. And I kept thinking Journey that was like over in the UK. And she's like, no, I'm in the States. And but I was in the classroom because I had to get my finish my teaching credential. So I started a teaching credential program. And then when my grandson got sick, I was like, I just couldn't handle the mental health of it all, of having to help emergency situations, like any teenagers who were talking about self-harm or anything, um, having such a bear of the health issues with having a grandson with cancer and going through all that. It was such a rocky road. It was such a roller coaster, ups and downs. One minute you do good, and one you get bad news, good news, bad news. I've never ever been through such a hard time in my life, and I thought, God only gives you what you could handle. And I kept telling myself that. And, and I was like, every time you have something, let me turn off my iWatch. Something bad happens in your life. And I feel like it's because God is going to put you in a spot where you're helping other people at some point. Mia's here. Mia's here. So we got Angie, Dirty of Life. Angie's in California too? Okay, I'm starting to get people in California confused. Okay, Angie, are you over by the deserty area, like Riverside, Lancaster area? Because I keep asking people, are you from there? Because I know somebody I'm talking to, one of my friends on here, I'm like, somebody lives near Riverside. I know Paul Amadeus, he's in the desert area. So I think he's near that, like San Bernardino, no, what is it called? Like Rancho Cucamonga kind of area. Grant says, hi, Mia. Hey, Mia, long time no see, girl. How have you been? Um, and then I'm in the Central Valley, Bakersfield. And then Delilah knows where Bakersfield is. Hey guys, you guys remember Delilah's channel? I've been trying to find her and I can't think of what her channel name is. Um, but Delilah has been through Bakersfield and she was from Salinas area, Watsonville, which is a really nice agricultural area too. That's a little bit cooler because it's close to the coast. And then we have Shawnee, who's in the Bay Area. And who else is in Cali? Is Charles Raumount, is that bound? Is he in California? I feel like he is too. I think he's Los Angeles. And then we have um, Turtle Diaries, T, who's in um, oh who's in Los Angeles area. So Angie, Palmdale near Santa Clarita. I know where Palmdale is. My sister-in-law lives in Lake Hughes, and yeah, Palmdale is like out. Uh, Past Lancaster from us. Palmdale has a lot of stores. A lot of people go to Palmdale for shopping and outlets and stuff. Yeah, it's hot. We in Bakersfield it was 105 yesterday, and I bet you Palmdale was a lot hotter. And Grant says her handle you can search by is Life with Lala. Really? That's Delilah's channel? Wow. She must have changed her channel name. I just want to make sure she's doing all right. I haven't heard from her. And so I just something on my heart's been telling me to check on her. Sweet tea, yeah, sweet tea's in Inglewood near her uncle in Redondo, or near your uncle in Redondo Beach. Ooh, Redondo Beach. That's a nice place to go to. Yeah. Oh, me, Virginia's in Cali too, near Temecula. Oh, wow. Yeah. So as you're driving out of Los Angeles, you go through Riverside, or you might even you kind of skirt through Riverside, going through what is that nice town where the Rose Parade is? I'll think of it. Starts with a G. Glenda? No. Anyway, so you're going through that way, and as you're heading to, a lot of times you're heading towards San Diego, and then I've heard of Granada Hills. Yeah. Um, Temecula is now known for like the resort town and vineyards and wineries. One of my sister-in-laws, she is in Temecula. They used to have a restaurant, Mexican food restaurant up in San Jose for years, and they sold that business and moved to Temecula and started doing like house flipping and stuff. And I think they're retired. I think they're retired. I don't know if her husband's still working, but Temecula has turned into a really nice place. And I feel like before there was not a whole lot going on in Temecula. It was kind of very deserty. I love going to Joshua Tree. If you guys notice, I put out a video from our trip to Joshua Tree. We've been out there twice. Definitely want to go again, and I do want to go to Palm Springs too. All right, so let me back up a bit. So Angie said sweet tea's in Inglewood, okay, and then Virginia is near Temecula. And then Mia says, "Hey, Shawnee, sis." And then Angie, have you ever heard of Granada Hills? Yeah, so I've heard of Granada Hills. Is Granada Hills actually by, that's not by Palmdale, Inglewood? Granada Hills to me, I need to look at the map. Is it by the 210? And then Mia says, "Hey, Grant. Hey, Journey." So Mia says, "Hi, guys." And then Doses of Shauna, we were 102 yesterday in Northern California. And that's not good up in the Bay because I've been to San Francisco during a heat wave in the summer, and the stores don't have ACs, just like at the Central Coast. The stores don't have AC. They have like swamp coolers and fans. It is not good. And then Angie, Temecula is like 3 hours, I think. Oh, well, I know it would probably take me 3 hours to go from Bakersfield to Temecula because San Diego could take me like 4 hours ish. It's almost like driving to Vegas. I hate going down to I love San Diego, but it is such a drive. Oh my gosh, going through. So I tend to go 210. Well, whenever I was taking my classes down there. Yeah, Pasadena, not the G name. Pasadena. One of my nieces lives in Pasadena. Yeah, for the Rose Parade. You're right. You're right. It's an expensive area. It's gorgeous, and they have really old classic building like California bungalows and really big buildings. It's really cool. Um, let's see. Doses. This is a Cali Live. I know, right? Except Grant's in West Virginia. Jen is in and out, and she's in Texas. And we miss Paula. Now, Paula, do you guys remember Paula is Midwest? Hemet, yeah, I've heard of Hemet, near Hemet and Palm Springs. Yeah. So Temecula is on your way down. Hemet is, you have to drive down, that's a military town. And Palm Springs is a little bit, that whole area is Marengo Valley. You have Palm Springs, Hemet. I think Palmdale is closer in, maybe. But Temecula, yeah, Temecula is. But I'm telling you, Temecula is where it is right now. They have spas. They have that. Is it the green, the something ivy, Glen Glendale Ivy, Glen Ivy, something like that. They have really good spas over there. So I feel like a lot of like LA people are going over there for the relaxation stuff. And then meet Virginia. Yes, Shawnee, haha. Yeah, Shawnee Kelly Live. Yeah. Yeah, I can't imagine being in Hemet or Palmdale. I'm so sorry. Because I mean, I know it's hot here in the valley. We're always hot in Bakersfield in the summertime, but we have been, haven't we been really lucky, guys, in California? Like we had a really good June. And you know what usually happens is the heat comes back with a vengeance. I swear, I won't say it, but I promise you, and you probably, you guys all know, anytime we have a nice, light, cool summer, it comes back with a vengeance. And then we'll be hot until, November. Um, and then Meet Virginia said, yeah, let's see, Cali Live, Hemet, Sean, Journey of Life. Angie says, Shawnee, ha ha ha. Yeah. And then Candy K, I saw the Joshua Tree video. It was great. Thank you. Such a cool vibe. It's definitely like, bohemian style. I call it the hippie vibe. And then Mia says, never been to Cali, Cali, Cali. I know. Mia only gets to come to Cali when through my videos and lives and the beach, like the song says. Um, we're gonna go to Cali, or what is it? Cali, Cali. I don't think so. Going back to Cali. Is that the one? There's so many California songs. I love it. Like California Dream. Na, na. And then there's like all the surfing songs. And then Meet Virginia. Oh, I saw your Joshua Tree video, Pam. Oh, thank you, Virginia. I appreciate that. I've had it on my phone for 2 years. I kept thinking, you know what? I'll put it out. Um, but I watched the people who made the Airbnb that we stayed at. I was really wanting to do an Airbnb, and I started searching on YouTube, like how to do it, what was like, what's the daily activities like. And so I found this channel, Kristen and Michael, and they were from Los Angeles in the OC area, and they ended up buying property, 5 acres. I think they paid 300,000, and they renovated the older 70s home. I think it was a 70s home or built in the 50s or something, 50s or 70s. And have done such a good job at decorating, keeping it like they want to keep the originality of it. Excuse me. And they just started, and it's been a few years, and they struggled with fertility issues, so they had talked about that. And they just had a baby. They finally had a baby. They found out about eating differently, her and her husband, and they were able to get pregnant. And so I like watching them. And now they're renovating an abandoned cabin not too far away from there in Joshua Tree. Let's see what I miss. Oh, Doses of Shawnee. I'll be live at 12:30. Come join me if you can. So 12:30 our Cali time, right? So too bad it's not real close. I could try to do a redirect. And then Angie, 118? Is it 118 degrees in Palmdale? Oh my gosh. And then Angie says, Shanity, that she'll try to be there. Very expensive, beautiful too in Temecula. Yep. San Francisco wasn't as hot yesterday. I'm out 1 hour away from San Francisco. Yeah, because I think you said, yeah, the town that's just outside of San Fran. Um, ah, my mind is escaping me at the moment. But yeah, I remember, I know where you said. And then we actually stayed at a tiny house in right off of the coast, out of the bay, Pacifica. We've been to Pacifica, and we stayed in the Airbnb for free one night for this tiny house builder. They're called Pacifica Tiny Homes. And then Journey of Life says, Shawnee, yesterday was a scorcher here. Hottest day of the week. Mia says Minnesota is Paula. Oh, okay. Paula's in Minnesota. Okay. I was thinking upper north, Midwest. So it's the Midwest, but up at the top. Okay. West Virginia. Yes, so true. And then Angie, Pammy, you're in Bakersfield. Yes, you're only about an hour away from me. I know. I know. Yeah, it's probably like an hour. Um, I think from here we would get off on the Lake Hughes exit off of the I-5, go down towards Lancaster. I think that's and go down to the Palmdale Highway, or is it a different exit? Or I could go through Tehachapi, the Mojave Desert, pass through Tehachapi, past California City, and I think past Lancaster and then get to Palmdale, right? There's two different ways to get to Palmdale from here. And then Journey of Life, Pammy, you're in, oh, this is Johnny. Journey, I feel for you. Yeah, that's hot. And Grant, I'd love to come west to Paul's meetup in October. Oh, Paul Amadeus is having a meetup. You know what? I went on his live real quick yesterday. Dee Dee was live too, and I saw Paul was live, and I went in there and checked it out. And I was the only person in his live. I felt bad. He had a friend filming him. He was in his beautiful backyard, and he was talking about the desert heat. He has a beautiful backyard. I love. He's got the. I think it does. He have a pool? He has a pond, and lots of vegetation back there with his mom. Virginia. Yes, that's it, Pam. Wait. Let me see what we were talking about. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. And then Journey of Life, Angie, Shawnee. I spent a day at YMCA with the kiddos. Oh, Angie? Do you like your YMCA? We don't. We have a crappy YMCA in Bakersfield. Is I don't think it's meant for adults. My grandson goes to a YMCA over at the coast, and it's kind of like a daycare type of thing. It's not like a facility that's like, here, this is YMCA, you can go swimming. I think that'd be really cool to have a YMCA with the pool and the workout stuff. We don't have one of those here. Doses of Shawnee, we are doing a Vegas meetup in October. Oh, that's where Paul's having his meetup in Vegas in October. Is it on the weekend? And then Virginia LL Cool J. Does LL Cool J do that song Cali Cali Cali? And then Angie Grant, come on over. Yes, that snake freaked me out. I do not like snakes. I'm sorry for all the snake lovers out there, but me and snakes are not friends. I have always said I will literally probably have a heart attack if I ever come across a snake in real life. That was the closest I have ever been to a real live snake. Yes. And I don't like bathrooms, like especially camping. I don't know if I just got PTSD from a kid when we went camping and looking at those like porta potty things and you see a big reservoir of the everything going into the same tank. But I will go to the bathroom. I will wear a pad or something so I could try not to have to go to the bathroom when I go hiking in the mountains. Because and at one time I had to go to the bathroom, and they don't put paper liners in those bathrooms, and so I put toilet paper around, and I was just like, don't look, and I just went to the bathroom. And like, oh, did you guys hear about the person who dropped their sunglasses in one of those porta potties, and then I think they fell in there a couple weeks ago? But that snake. So I told my husband because I had to go to the bathroom. But you know what? I had to go to the bathroom, but I held it in. After that snake, all the my bladder said, no way, ma'am. Nope, no thank you. So he went into that bathroom and I saw bees. And I was like, I said, well, when you come out, let me know how the bathroom is. And because you figure that it looks kind of like a clean area, maybe it'd be decent enough. And he went to the bathroom, came out, and I opened the door. I see the bees come out, and I just happened to turn to my right and saw that freaking snake in the corner, wrapped up sleeping. And I was like, and I don't know in the video if I screamed. I didn't really scream, but I was like, "There's a snake in here! Did you see the snake?" And I knew it was a rattlesnake. And he did not like. Guys go to the bathroom and they're facing the toilet. Well, I would have gone in there, turned around to sit down, and saw that snake. Oh my God, what would I have done? What if I woke up that snake and that snake came up towards me? You know what it is? I used to have nightmares of snakes chasing me around my house growing up and jumping out. Like I would have a flood of snakes chasing me around the house. This was a reoccurring nightmare as a kid. And then they would leap at me and try to bite me. I probably had, I don't know, there was a lot of fears going on as a child. Okay, so they told it was a type of rattlesnake, and they told us the name, and it was the talk of the day over at the Joshua Tree Visitor Center, National Park and Visiting Center. The snake freaked me out. Shawnee, who is Pammy, let's go to Vegas in October. Maybe. It depends. Is that a weekend? It's hard for me to plan ahead. I also am really serious about putting down my deposit on the downsize cruise. I know it's going to take away extra money from teaching summer school because I looked at the calendar that Grant gave me the dates, and it's the third week in June or second week in June. So I would miss 1 week of summer school. So either I could I have to work it out with them, and we have a different API this year, so I don't know how they're going to be. But I either get a sub for a week or I just give up that whole 2 weeks of extra money teaching. So, but I really want to go. So there's that. But yeah, I'll definitely, if you guys let me know the date, and I'll check it out and see if I can make it work. Because I actually do need to do. I need to go visit a couple family members in Vegas too, Henderson. Shawnee, let's see, yeah, Vegas. And Angie says, congratulations. Oh, wait, who are we congratulating? Was it early? Oh, we missed. There was a person in here I had not met before and said they lost like 200 and something pounds. We probably lost them whenever I froze. And the name on their screen name, I'm looking through here, guys. The name, something like Render. Um, Sorry guys, I'm just going up in the chat real quick so I can. They had lost 200 something pounds. Um, I thought that was so cool. I'm so glad that they get Reardon 1967. Okay. Okay, so let me go back to Vegas. Okay, so Doses of Shawnee says Shawnee, Paul, RMZ, only at my community post. Okay, so check out Doses of Shawnee's community post to find out about the meetup. And Grant says, nice, Shawnee. Didn't realize it was all three of you. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I should really try to make that work. Oh, the 118 freeway, because Angie, I said 118 degrees. Oh my gosh, I'd be literally turning into ashes. Um, the 118. Okay. Yeah, that's that other one. I have to look at the freeway maps again too. Is it the two? I think 220 goes through Pasadena, and then I think it transfers over to the 118. There's one that goes out to the desert, and then there's another freeway. I think five continues on down south to San Diego until you get in there, and then you have the 805. Um, 58. Yeah, so 58. 58 starts over here in Bakersfield. Well, I say it starts in Bakersfield, and then you go through Tehachapi. The 14. Yep, the 14 highway past Mojave all the way. You're right. Oh, okay. Is it the 14? I thought it was a 15. 15 gets you through Barstow on your way to Vegas, right? Or does 15 come up? There's the 95. There's so many freeway numbers. Oh my gosh. Ours is actually a decent barley. Any kids? Wait, ours is actually decent. Oh, your YMCA is decent. Barely any kids. Okay. Right there, I read it right. I read it better there. Grant says October 18th or 25th weekend, he said. Oh, okay. I have to put that on there and start thinking about that and see if it's like any work time I need to take off. Last year, I couldn't take off any time because I was on medical leave at the beginning. And so I used up all my sick time. Well, not all of it. I had like 1 or 2 days left, but I don't like having just 1 or 2 days. So I was doing a lot of comp time and like period subbing and stuff. But I think Kitty K's probably busy in her physical therapy. But when my grandson's going through cancer, it was just too much being a counselor um, and being a counselor in high school and dealing with that. So, the personal, just the aching and the heartache and the worry. So I ended up finding that being in the classroom helped me to not think about those things. And I was able to move around more. I could get out during lunch and go walking. And so mentally, it was just much better for me. And then I found that it helped me to stay on this track of getting healthy, because it was embarrassing teaching about health and talking about all the different cancers that can happen from being overweight and diabetes. We talk about diabetes, we talk about infectious diseases. So many times obesity comes up, heart disease. I do CPR. And it was embarrassing. I even had a dad make fun of me one time. I heard from another person through that he went to the open house and was like, talking about my size. And then, but you know what? Saw me walking the track, and then 4 years later, they told me about it. They're like, "We saw you." I told my friend, like, "Let's go walking. Look at my old health teacher. She's out there walking." And I don't know if he meant, how you say my old teacher. I don't know that they necessarily meant old, even though I am, but I think they meant like previous. And then, sorry, I'm shaking this phone a lot. Thank goodness Snake was sleeping. I know, right, Virginia? Holy moly. My husband said, let him sleep. And the people in the park, the rangers, they're all into it. You know, we went to the checkout where you check in and you check out of the national park so they know if anybody's been lost in the park, which I think is a great deal. And I said, hey, we were the ones with the snake. And so we got in this whole conversation. So a lady was, she was like so interested in it. And you could just tell it made their day having this topic to talk about. I showed them pictures because I didn't see pictures. So I showed them the pictures. And that's when they identified it wasn't the second. First, they thought it was the most venomous rattlesnake that they have out there, but it ended up being the second most venomous. And they said he was not. He stayed. The snake stayed asleep because he didn't feel any harm against him. And then Angie says, "Oh heck no, yeah, right. Oh heck no." My bladder said, "Oh heck no, you're not going to potty in that bathroom." There were other bathrooms, but a little bit further away. I think Las Vegas in October would be fun. Yeah. Yes. I'm not a drinker, so I'm not like a partier person. Like if I went like when they have meetups like in Jamaica and stuff, no shade or anything, but I'm just not like the party dance alcohol kind of stuff. I like scenery. I like seeing shows and gambling a little bit on the machines and so yeah, that would be my what I would do. Journey of life. I was congratulating the couple that, oh, yes, about who had the baby. Thank you for telling me what the congratulation was for. I'm so happy for them. Me and my husband both, we started watching their story, and he was always so worried, even when she was pregnant, like, please don't let anything happen to her. Let's have a safe delivery. Like, we were all so concerned because we saw them lose a few babies, and it was just mentally like they were being real and showing us real life. And so now they're sharing their journey and how they found how they found I'm laughing at Mia's next comment, how they found ways to be able to get pregnant and keep the pregnancy. Mia says, I need to start a GoFundMe or pedal my Zepbound so she can go to Vegas. And just laughing along with me. Oh yeah, the 15 freeway. We're going to Vegas, baby. Okay. All right. Or go to Vegas. And even if I don't drive, because I don't like driving out of town. I used to. I don't do it anymore. It's too stressful. But there's buses. So I tried to look at Amtrak to see if I could take the Amtrak to Vegas, but you got to go down to LA and come around. It was like way too much. So I either got to check out the Greyhound or is it called the Lucky Bus? There's another bus out there that I've taken before. I might just take a bus because then my husband he doesn't always like traveling all the time. And so if anything, I could do that. Um, I mean, we'd love to travel, but I don't know. Now that he's turning 60, he's like, he doesn't want to fly as much. And I can fit into an airplane now. I want to go flying. Let's see, Journey of Life, Angie. I found out that Ali, Ali from Fit Flavor Fun is from Palmdale. Wow. Isn't that a small world? Ali is such a card. I love her videos. Oh yeah. You know what? I every once in a while she pops up on my feed. So I need to watch some more of hers. Fit Flavor Fun. I like her name. And then meet Virginia. I'm sorry, Pam. People can be so cruel. Yeah. I know. And it's the thing, we just kind of get used to that, right? You either get fat shamed or you get skinny shamed. So definitely what I've learned. And I've seen how I get treated differently. People see you now. People hold the door open for you now. They're respectful, they're nice, they talk to you. And before I felt like I was like a little bit more invisible. I talk to people. I don't always like talk to people right away. I kind of just sit back and until there's a reason to talk, and then I'm a chatty catty, Kathy. Journey of Life. She is hilarious. I don't know how she keeps her energy for 2 hours or more. Wow, she does a 2 hour. Mia says, I couldn't fit on a lift machine at work, and they talked about how fat I got. Oh, yeah. I know somebody that I work with at one of my jobs, and I've seen her get a little bigger, and she's just in so much pain, her knees, and I was and I see people look at me, and like somebody said on here recently. they look at you and they're like, "Oh, I was it. I think it was Jen, JC Calamity Jane. Was it? They look at you and go, "Oh, yeah, I need to go work out," because you're reminding them of what they're not doing. And we've always been like the bigger people in the room, and that makes people comfortable. So anyway, yeah. And then Mia, I really and then so anyway, I hope that this friend, I'm like, I don't want to approach and say anything, but I hope that maybe she'll reach out and see if she can get some help, because I hate seeing her suffer, because I know what that feels like. Meet Virginia, that's my speed too, Pam. Grant, that's terrible, Mia. Yeah, I know. And like Barb being used at Disney as a test person to see if she fit into if she fit into roller coasters. They used her as a staff member. I mean, she never said anything bad about Disney, but they used her size. And there's a lot of overweight, obese people that work at Disney, all the different Disney parks. And so hopefully they don't. I don't think they do that anymore. I like that they have like test roller coasters outside, test seats, even at Universal Studios now. And then Mia, I don't drink either, but the people would be fun. Yeah, exactly. Shawnee, I don't drink either. Well, occasionally, but Vegas so much more to do than drink. Yes, exactly. And then Angie, yes, Pammy, you'll have plenty of wiggle room in the airplane now. I know. It's so cool to like fasten the seatbelt and have like 24 inches and you're like, you could spin it around. Because I was starting to have to I requested the belt extender on a few flights. I don't fly a lot, but on the smaller planes out of our town, there you have smaller planes, and I noticed that the smaller planes have shorter seat belts. The other ones, I would barely pull it out all the way, snap it, and I mean, barely get it on. And then Angie, yes, Pammy. And then Mia, since my work covers Zipbound, a lot of us have lost weight. Yay! But they have fun of if they make fun of a lady for being so small, but still having a big head. Oh my gosh. So it's just environment at work. Oh, that's just like, it makes me mad that people make fun of Oprah. Oprah does not have Ozempic face. This is like an Ozempic face. I mean, you're older, you're deflated. It's like a raisin. It's like take a balloon, let the air out. My chubby cheeks are gone. It's not going to tighten unless I go get it tightened. And I hate that people make fun of Oprah when she's been made fun of all her life, and just like other people. And they talk about the bobblehead thing. I've heard that before too. Dustin Shani, people are definitely nicer to me. Yes, yeah, it's weird. It's so weird to kind of like, you think about it. You're like, is it just me? Am I hyper fixated now on it? And then Journey of Life. Hey, I'm a fun person without drinking. Don't worry, I'll keep you guys entertained. Me too, Angie. And I get naturally drunk after 9 o'clock. I don't know what it is, but I just act goofy after 9. Goofier. Journey of Life, Mia, people are mean no matter what. Yep, I swear, strangers that don't know I've lost weight are so kind to me and don't judge. Those who knew me previously always have something to say. OMG, your bobblehead. Yes, that is so right. And then once you're thin for so long, I had this one person tell me, she's like, you were bigger before. I'm like, yeah, let me show you. And I'm like, wow, it's so weird now to get to know people who didn't know you before. Grant. And there you go, Angie. Yes. Mia, that's the best journey. That's the best journey. Yeah. Or you're way too skinny. Yeah, you've lost too much weight. You're way too skinny. One of my cousins, I blocked her on Facebook. She's like a second cousin, and she stays in her home over in the OC. She's in LA. Um, it's an area that is known for a hospital, and the people there live longer. They're one of the small areas where people are centurions in I shouldn't say Los Angeles. It's Southern California. Anyway, she lives over there. There's a hospital with that name. Oh, but anyway, she lives over there. She doesn't come to our family functions, but yet she thought that she would send me a message about, I wouldn't be surprised if I looked up here and found out that you died. Why are you taking that stuff? Blah blah blah. You're too skinny. I'm like, you're seeing this, which is always thinner on me. You don't see the lower half. And I said, and at that time I weighed 150. I go, I weigh 150. Like, do I need to send you screenshots? And she's like, well, your scale must be lying. I go, it says that at the doctor's office too. My doctor's happy. They would prefer I lose a little bit more weight to be in the healthy side. Not that I'm still considered overweight at 150. If I was 150, I have to be under 144 to be considered healthy at 5'4". Yeah, you're too skinny. And then Pammy, did you? Oh yeah. No, I didn't get the breastises done. They insurance would not approve it. Um, yeah, but they're a little bit tighter now on the sides, so we'll see. Uh, if I would have got them done, it would have been $40,000 because Cedar Sinai is so expensive. So it's definitely one of those places that you gotta, even if you find the right surgeon, that that it depends on where you have it done because it's expensive at the hospital. And then Angie, Pamela, you could totally get a facelift if you wanted to. I just don't like the downtime from surgery. Yeah. And then my daughter is like, Mom, you got to be careful how many surgeries you have. So I definitely want to get my eyelids done. And you can actually get those done being awake, but sedated because I've had LASIK surgery like that. And I've had this eye, I had a cataract surgery 2 years ago. And this eye, when you have any trauma to your eyes, you get cataract sooner. And so because I had LASIK surgery in my 30s, I ended up with a cataract sooner. And then yeah, right. All I need. So all I've actually spoken to. I've had a couple of consultations for plastic surgery, and they tell me that my eyebrows are at a good level. I don't really need anything. I don't. They said I don't need my forehead lifted, but I could do a mid facial tightening. So they would cut around your ear, just kind of like pull back like that, and then so these are called marionette lines, and so that could help with the marionette lines. It's not going to take it away. Even if you're like that, you're always going to have that crease, but it's like a refresh. Let's see. And then these are called platysmal bands, and I have such strong platysmal bands. I don't know if that's like a muscle or what, but in order to take care of the platysmal bands, I think a neck. I can't remember what's neck here. They call it a girdling. They cut you right here, and then they can pull it up and get rid of this stuff. Oh, that's an option too. It's better to get it all done at once rather than pieces. I'm looking at my dog right now because I'm like, why is he in a position like he's going to go to the bathroom? Oh, maybe better go let him out to the bathroom. Um, Popo. And let's see. Yeah, the downtime. And then you get like all the bruising in the eye. So you definitely have to do it when you're not working. I'm a good time. I make the shyest person get out of their shell. Oh, that's so neat. Yeah, yeah, once you guys get me going, it'll be like I have to like calm myself and like not be too giddy. And then Angie Grant, OMG, that sentence kills me. Are you finished losing weight yet? Yes. Are you finished losing weight yet? I posted a workout video. I was like on the walking pad or the elliptical, and maybe they're saying it out of love, but they're like one aunt said, "Are you trying to be a toothpick?" And then the other one was like something about losing weight. And there always been the thin ones in the family. And especially this one aunt that said, you trying to be a toothpick? I'm like, girl, you're one to talk. You're super skinny. Your bones are showing. Like, why are you coming at me like that? And I'm like, okay, in their mind, are they saying that because they think it's like a compliment? Backhanded compliment. Yeah. Are you finished losing weight yet? I tell people, I'm like, I've been in maintenance for 2 years, for a year and a half. Because some people think I'm still losing weight. And yeah, I do. Like, I do fluctuate like 5 pounds after having the hernia surgery last year. Eventually, I ended up losing another 5 pounds. Mia says, Angie, I would love to see you sing. Oh, yeah. And then Angie, I'm at maintenance and people say, don't lose any more weight. So annoying how they make that their business. I know. Yeah. And sometimes I wonder, like, do they feel like that's a compliment? What is the mindset behind it? Do they feel like they're being complimentary? Because you know how, like, in the beginning, people don't really say too much. And I think sometimes I realize, well, they don't want you to feel bad. Because, I mean, how many times did we lose weight and gain weight? Mia, Grant, that's exactly what I get asked. I say, nope. Are you finished losing weight? Nope. And then during Pammy, my cousin who absolutely was against Ozempic, I begged her to get on it with me and she refused. Wow. We have been trying to lose weight all of our lives. Yep. And I tried to explain to her it's okay. She saw me and saw how good I looked and hopped on it right away. Oh, good. I showed her how to get it from telehealth, and today is her second shot. Oh, neat. And Mia says my landlord went to Mexico for her arms. Oh, really? I wonder which was it, the Tijuana, Mexico one? Because one of my friends here I have one friend, I know two people who've gone to this one doctor that's in Bakersfield and they drive down to Tijuana. He does it this weekend. One of my friends is going for a revision. And then next weekend, the other friend is going back for another revision. And they're going to do this thing called Rejuvian, and she's going to work on, she's got the chunkier or like thickness in her neck, so the Rejuvian is going to be to tighten up her neck, and she's going to do Rejuvian on her arm. She paid 3,000 for that, no cutting. And then he needs to lipo a little section in her back because she a couple years ago had a tummy tuck lipo 360, and she has a little area in the back that didn't come out just right. But my husband won't let me go to Mexico to get it done. He's like, no, you're not going to go there to get anything done. The one thing you have to think about is if there's a mistake, any kind of problem, that your doctors here do not want to touch you, and your insurance won't cover any health issues. I don't. You would think. I don't know if they don't cover the follow up, but I mean, if you have to, you have to, right? But let me just tell you, my sister had a tummy tuck, a breast lift, and the arm brachioplasty, and she had it extended all the way to here, and from her elbow down to here. And she says that she thinks she paid about 15,000 for all three. 15 to 17,000. That's a really good price. She's in Georgia, and I have the doctor's name if anybody wants it. And let me know if you wish. She's like, hey, tell if you tell people, let them know I sent you. So in case she decides to do her legs later, maybe they'll give her a discount. Oh, and Journey of Life says I have to start driving. Okay, let me get through these chat. Let's see. Her landlord went to Mexico. Angie, I saw how good I looked and hopped on it right away. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad you helped her cousin. I'm glad she came through and realized it was a good thing for her. It makes me happy to see other people getting healthy too. And because that way they're not being jealous. And you just like, come on, you're like pulling a rope. Come on, come with me. Come on this journey with me. Angie, that's exciting for your cousin. Yes. And then I have loose skin under my neck, and I heard, oh yeah, Sculptra works, but I need to see before and after pictures. Yeah, Sculptra. So what I've been told is if there's any chances that you might do any kind of like plastic reconstructive cosmetic surgery, don't do any fillers and don't do any type of injections, because it will mess up your results if you ever do go cut under the knife. I'm not even doing Botox anymore. Um, so yeah, let's find out about the Sculptra. What does that involve? That is a good one thing to look up. Mia, she's down 10 pounds. Oh, and call me excitement. She finally caved after a year and a half. Wow, it took her a whole year and a half. Wow. This is Shani. My aunt called me yesterday and asked me, are you still on that shot? Yeah, that's the thing they always say. Are you on that shot? Are you still taking that shot? I told her no, just because I'm tired of hearing, yeah, her tell me the nurse about all the side effects and adverse reactions to tell me. She's like, I'm tired of her telling me, Shawnee, who is a nurse and knows all about this stuff, but her aunt is probably, like, I've heard this, I've heard that, I've heard this or that. And a lot of us don't even have those bad side effects. It's like okay, so my sister, her husband is super diabetic, uncontrollable, isn't taking care of himself. My sister's had a few husbands, and she married him a little over a year ago, and he had decayed toes and had removals. He finally agreed to start taking Mounjaro. So it's been 2 weeks. He's getting the diarrhea emoji. And she's like, isn't that weird? Because her and I both had constipation and he's getting the opposite. And I said, that's true. I said, I know a lot of, hearing all these people in different communities, your GI system, everybody's different. So, Angie, shiny girl, I had to tell my mom I'm not anymore. Yeah, I know. Sometimes you just kind of have to like just shut them down. So whatever to protect your peace, right? Do whatever you have to do. I'll have to start driving home in a bit in case I'm not in the chat box. You'll know I'm listening in the car. Thank you, Angie. I appreciate you being here. I was just thinking about you. I think I mentioned you during a couple of the live in the chat somewhere, and I'm trying to remember what I was going to ask you because I felt like you had asked me a question and I didn't answer it. So if I didn't, let me know because I forgot. Oh, the dog just farted. And then Mia, yes, it's so exciting. I've been watching Fat Dissolvers, very interesting. Ooh, it's Mia, what's this fat dissolver? And then Mia, I love you're such a resource of information. And I'm always thinking like, oh, I need to ask Mia, like, you know, what's the next thing or what are we drinking now? Or, oh, I know what it was because Mia, you were Miss Toy was talking about the CK copper. And I know we were talking about it because I think TT Trucker was using the peptide injectable. And then you talked to your doctor about the injectable, and then we talked about either a capsule or the creams. Miss Toy was showing the cream that TT Trucker was also using. And so I was like searching for it. I looked on Amazon for it. I think it's $49 or $50 for a jar. And so I'm just wondering, like, I wonder if I should use the GHK copper, like I've been putting niacinamide on my face. The Not the retinol prescription, but it's like the dropper liquid that you flood your skin with different kinds of those. Um, I need to be more consistent. I usually do every day. I'm kind of getting lazy on the whole washing my face. So now I have those towel wipes that are made for your skin to wash off your face. Um, and I just use tinted SPF. Oh, and don't forget, guys, Shawnee's going live at 12:30. So, what is this about the fat dissolvers? Okay, guys. So, a lot of people are. Oh, wait. Before I start that new topic, so Mia says copper serum and collagen with vitamin C is great for your face, skin, and hair. Yeah, you know what? So I do internally. I drink collagen. I add that to my water in the morning with my greens and trim fit. So for me, you nutrition. They've been known as Beautiful You. They've been known as You Beauty. Now it's You Nutrition because they've expanded their line. They're out of Utah, and it can be pricey, but if you get a code, you can save a lot more money. Do a subscription to save more money. I mix my drink every day since May. My sister turned me on to it, and I like it. TrimFit helps control some of those cravings that I still have. And TrimFit's the morning one that has purple tea, which is like a natural caffeine. The afternoon now, I put in a scoop of Control. It's a strawberry lemonade. Add it to my flavor, my water because I don't like plain water. I don't usually drink plain water. Um, and so where was I going with that? Collagen. So collagen is one of the things that I put in my water. But in the skincare area, I do have a couple of jars that have collagen, vitamin C, retinol, niacinamide. Uh, I don't know if I have glutathione. Copper serum and collagen with vitamin C is great for the face, skin, and hair. So Mia, what do you think? Should we do the injectables or the cream? I don't know why. I feel like I've got allergies. Sorry, guys. I know that grosses people out when people start messing with their nose, but my nose feels plugged. Lemon bottle, Dr. Lipo. Oh, Dr. Lipo. Both are peptides. You inject in stubborn fat to dissolve it. Oh, it's not FDA. None of those things. I don't think anything cosmetically or even supplements can be FDA approved. For is what I've been learning. But if they can do third party testing, I think that's good. So I watch regular people who make videos on Rumble. Oh, I've heard of Rumble. And they have their boyfriend inject them. Oh, both injection and cream. Oh, do both of them use the injection and do topical? Is what you're saying? Maybe I will start doing some injections because to get a face lift, I think is 25,000. And I've been getting free surgeries. I have $1,500 out of pocket, both injecting cream. That's the best outcome. Oh, okay. Sounds good. And so the injectables, I don't think I really need the fat one, but what I was going to say, there's been so many people that are struggling with getting stuck. And like I think of Gina, Anchor Moments, and a few other people, and they lose, maybe they have lost 50 pounds and then they're stuck. I'm like, what could they do? And they're out already at the highest dose. Somebody asked me this here that I talked to recently, and I'm like trying to figure out what to do. I mentioned that some people take lipo C or lipo B. I forget which one's which. The fat dissolver, is that the lipo B, lipo C? And then Mia says my foot doctor gave me a price list for peptide kits at wholesale. Ooh, it's amazingly cheaper than paying a compound company. Oh, is it cheaper than that Gimme Care too? Maybe once school starts up, or maybe I have to be real careful with my expenses for the month of August or between now and August. But since I taught summer, so I'm playing with my hair. So I'm expecting another cycle of hair shedding again because anytime you have anesthesia, um, about 30 days after you start experiencing a lot of hair shed. And I've gone through that so many times. So I know that's gonna happen. Hello, welcome, Chance. I think I feel like I've seen you in our chats before here and there. So welcome in. I'm at 109 minutes. I was definitely not thinking I would stay on that long. I was just planning on 30 minutes, but I rarely go live. So it's pretty cool to get up in here and chat and catch up with people. And Mia says, hi, Chance. It's me, Johnny. Oh, Johnny. He changed his username. And Shawnee says, I have to do a fundraiser to help me pay for my Zepbound. I know, and Shawnee, you were saying, did you say that you were making almost enough, like where you were getting some stuff from being monetized to pay for your Zepbound? Or maybe that's the goal. Because yeah, we were talking earlier about like getting monetized, and I said I'll, like being that I've been in the field of education for over 20 years, I'm on the highest of the ladder. So I do make six figures, and so it'd be really hard to make that much money on YouTube. I think make more money and you spend more money because I'm definitely not I'm rolling the dough over here. Bakersfield is a cheaper place, cost of living wise. Um, when we bought this house 20 years ago, it was during the height of the real estate, so we had 100,000 to put down on it. So that it was 412. So a mortgage on 300 was 1,700 plus the insurance, the property taxes keep going up, the insurance keeps going up. So we were paying 2,100 last year. Now it's 2,200 a month. But auto insurance I'm paying for us and two grandsons, and so it's like 300 a month for car insurance. Everything in California is more expensive. Groceries are more expensive. I don't know. Are our groceries more expensive in California, or is it like that everywhere? Because I swear everything I want to go buy is like $6 each. Okay. Oh yeah. So Shawnee says I want to be monetized. Oh, to help you pay for it. Okay. And then I kept thinking that somebody said that they were almost making enough to pay for their medication. Maybe that was Twan. And then I can get 10 milligrams of terzepatide, 10 vials for $129. What? Plus shipping and handling. Oh wow. Oh yeah, and I have another friend. She just went through breast cancer, and she said her doctor won't let her do compound, and she's paying, I think, Lilly Direct $600 a month. And I was like, well, there's these, but they're compounds. And I was trying to get her to find a way to send way for her to save money. So wow, that's pretty good. 10 milligrams of tirzepatide, 10 vials. How long does 10 vials last? Because I've never done vials, so I don't know. And then Virginia, wowee, that's good, Mia. Mia will find you the right prices, guys. Shawnee, not looking for YouTube to replace my salary. Exactly right. Like once we, nursing too. You know, we're making good money. That's what all that education helped us to get there. I just want to be monetized to help pay for the meds if possible. I don't want to use my money to pay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for me at first, I was like, I just want to make this a way to make some. I mean, one, we all are in it for our hearts and to help people, right? And the communication, I think the community, the support, that's first and forefront for that. That's the most important thing to me and a lot of us here. Um, it became a personal goal to get to a certain number of subscribers, and the next thing is the watch hours, and that's just kind of like how we compete against ourselves, our own personal goals. So there's that. I thought it would be a nice way to maybe find a way to help supplement some of the cost with my grandson and extra food, traveling, stuff like that. Shawnee, and then Virginia, and let's not talk about home insurance. Yes. Yeah, it's horrible. So, if you live in the like outer deserty areas, so like Bakersfield, and I don't know, Palmdale has gotten saturated with people from Los Angeles. Look at that. I can lift my hand up. From Los Angeles, right? So the housing prices in Palmdale probably are a lot higher now. And Lancaster used to be cheaper, but Lancaster has a lot of new houses too. But that's where a lot of people have to live. And then they drive into Los Angeles to work because you get paid more. Kind of like you could work in San Francisco, but you don't live there because it's too expensive. So you might take the Amtrak from even San Jose is expensive, but maybe Salinas or one of the other towns there. Um, um, what's the other town I'm thinking of right now? But anyway, there's a couple of towns that are maybe a little cheaper. Chance, if I remember, I saw your live stream. Oh yeah, when I was at the beach. Yes, that's right. And Johnny, I think Johnny, I always asked you, like, were you from Colombia? I think you were originally from Colombia or something like that too, but not currently. Is that right? I remember you, Johnny. Yeah. Thank you for coming back. I know I don't go live very often. And then Mia, yeah, it's not everyone's cup of tea to use research grade, but everyone has different pocketbooks. Exactly. Shawnee, I can't do the compound because I have issues with the additives. Yeah, so I know a couple people who can't do the compound because of the additives too. Um, and so that they have a lot of allergies and stuff, so they can't do compound. And then Shawnee, paying for these meds out of pocket for over a year, took vacation money from me. Oh, Shawnee, do you go through Lilly Direct? Like, what's the cheapest way when you have to pay directly and you have to get the name brand? What seems to be one of the better ways, or And like, okay, you know how it used to be like $1,400 a month for name brand tirzepatide, Mounjaro Zepbound? What what is that like now? Mia, definitely hard on the budgets to get those meds for a lot of us. Yeah, get a bigger channel. You get a bigger channel, and you get some free Zepbound from a company for endorsement. Oh, you okay? So you go through Lily Direct. Okay, so but are I don't know that they're actually giving them the medication. I think they're giving them a big discount, and then the amount that they get back. Um, because I'm thinking of the downsized. Okay, so Lorraine and Christopher and their two daughters are on medications, and so they have some that are name brand and some that are compound, and they go through Mochi Health. Mochi Health, I think, even whenever it is the name brand. Um, and I feel like their comments have made it sound like they don't get the medication complimentary, but maybe they give them like, hey, here's $200 off, and then you get a certain percentage off, and then your affiliate code gives you income from that. Shawnee, Lily Direct, Mia, have you ever got to use the pins, Shawnee? And then Shawnee says, no, Mia, the pins cost $50 more. So she does vials from Lily. So what is there like a one cost of the vials with Lily now? Like, is it lower now? Is it $600 a month for Lily? I know some get free meds. The Mochi people don't do it for free. Oh, okay. Well, I know you guys are going to hate me because so when my A1C was higher, my PA submitted it for diabetes. And so as long as and then she said that she'll continue, I'm never going to be, they consider me diabetic, even though I was technically pre-diabetic. Um, but she says, we look at a lower number than what they say now. My dad had type 2. My older brother and sister had type 2. My I don't know. My grandpa was type 2. It runs in the family. It's a big problem. So genetically, I have to be careful. Um, so they run mine through Mounjaro, Costco Pharmacy, under diabetes management. Um, let's see, the pins are $50 more. I know that some people, and then, okay, oh, what milligram are you on now, Shawnee? Is what Mia's asking. Mia says, I get 3 months of Zepbound for $25. Wow. I know, and people hate me even more. I don't share very often about, like, I used to pay $25 a month copay, but there's a really good deal. Our pharmacy deal with the teachers union is really good with as long as you go to Costco pharmacy. And then Shawnee, when I have checked Lily is the cheapest for her, and she's on 5 milligrams, and it's $400. Oh, okay, cost more for the high. Oh, it does go up with the highest doses or higher doses. The price went down, and it. I used to. Oh, you used to pay $600. Oh, okay. I remember hearing that price of $600. Okay, I'm glad it's down to 400, but man, I hope it keeps on going down. Yeah, but now I have to take extra stuff with Zepbound because I've been on top dose so long. Yeah, and so Mia, what else is helping you? Because that's where I feel like a lot of people are getting stuck. So if somebody could do a compound, sorry to see that ring light there. And I don't know if having a cross in the background triggers people or not. This is made out of wine barrels. Um, if somebody can take a compound, what was my question? If people are stuck, what could they do along with their compound at the highest dose to help them trick their body into moving the weight again? Okay, so Mia says I have 15 milligram pins, but you can shoot the pins into a lure lock syringe and inject into a sterile vial to save it. Oh, yeah. So, but Mia, what or have you found that will help you take in addition to Zepbound to help people who are on a long stall? I know some people who've been on a stall for a year. Oh, probably. Oh, okay. So phentermine, Vyvanse, and Wellbutrin. Yeah, you know what? I heard, I know a couple of family members who are on Wellbutrin for the mental health part of it. And my other friend told me who has diabetes, he said, yeah, Wellbutrin, you'll lose weight from Wellbutrin too. Because Zoloft, it seems like people gain weight from it. Vyvanse, I have heard of Vyvanse. I don't know too much about it. I know that phentermine, I remember years ago being on Fen, and whew, made me feel like I was on crack or speed. Because yeah, when you're a teenager and you have a mom that also is always trying to work on, we were on Dexatrim. My mom started buying those white little pills, which I think were off market speed. I was a freshman in high school. Started Wellbutrin for the depression and of being stalled out. Oh, yeah, Wellbutrin is actually seems to be a really good medication, though. Yes. Yeah, because there is a lot of, a lot of depression involved. And for me, it's anxiety. I deal with anxiety. And Virginia, oh, I did FinFin back in the day, Pam. Yep, not for long, but I tried that too. Yeah. I remember the FinFin, and then I did those I don't think they were considered B12 shots, but we got a B12 shot, and then we would get a shot of the urine from a pregnant person, some kind of shot. It would help you lose weight. I don't know. I went in there and did those shots. That didn't work. Obviously, none of that stuff worked, but I temporarily would lose some weight. Um, that was either before or after Nutrisystem. Nutrisystem, gosh, that dog. Bulldogs have stinky farts. Um, bleh. um, he lost my train of thought. But yeah, we've done a lot of different things. Jenny Craig, I didn't do so well at, but Nutrisystem, I lost 75 pounds. I was spending, I don't know, $170 a month, and you bought Nutrisystem foods, but then you also got to incorporate regular food too. And so you went in every week, you weighed, you picked up your food, you did your little order, you went to like a little group session with a nurse, talking about how to eat and dealing with things, and that's how they did the program. It was good while it lasted. Shawnee, I honestly think many stalls can be fixed with diet change, increased sleep, and decreased stress, but not all, but many. Okay. And Virginia said, agree, Shawnee. Yeah, we have a lot of problems with sleeping. Totally true. Third shift sleeping is what screws me. Yeah. Yeah, when you guys have to sleep, when you have jobs, Mia works late. A lot of people work late, especially truck drivers, nurses, all kinds of different jobs. That PM shift, that third shift, midnight shift, graveyard, all those things. Like your body has a hard time acclimating to that. So my grandson in the Space Force, he said he liked doing the midnight. I think he said the midnight to 8 a.m. shift. But right now he's on, I think it's the PM shift or the third shift where it's like 6 to midnight. I think he said that he does not feel like he has enough daytime hours to do the things that he wants to. Yeah, sleeping is hard. And then like you have, if you're living with other people, nobody wants to be asleep when you're trying to sleep and they're making all kinds of noise. 9:45 to 5:45. Speaking of, I have to get to sleep. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I need to go potty, go get something to drink, and then at 12:30, guys, Shawnee, and I'm gonna go let the dog in. Shawnee is gonna go live, and Shawnee says, Mia, our bodies are rhythmic, so when that's off, the metabolic rhythm throws off, which makes it hard to lose weight. Yeah, we got to remember that sleep. So we said sleep and changing how they eat. Like sometimes I feel like they're not eating enough, And then maybe I just think like getting connected to a dietitian would be really helpful for a lot of people too. And if your insurance could pay for it, even better, because not most people are not going to pay for the GLP-1 and have to pay for a nutrition a dietitian too. We have to make sure which makes it. God bless all those who do those shifts. Yes, our bodies are rhythmic, so when that's off, the metabolic rhythm throws off, which makes it hard to lose weight. Yeah, the cortisol, stress, cortisol hormone. Definitely. Yep. See you at 12:30, Shawnee. I'm off today so I can hang out in the lives. Yes. Yay, Virginia. I'll get in there too. I better set myself an alarm. So we have Shawnee at 12:30, and then at 7, was it 7:30 is Twan and Jen? Grant told us up in the at the top. It's either 7 or 7:30. I keep changing it. On a weekend when I sleep a long time, I end up losing weight. Really? Wow. Wow. Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you guys for being here. Thank you. I got 15 likes. Woo woo. Yay. That's awesome. This has been the best live in a long time. 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Eastern time for Traces of Twan's live. JC Calamity Jane's going to be there. And they're going to talk about blood glucose. And even if you're not type 2 diabetes or type 1 diabetic, you probably know somebody who has it. And if you're taking a GLP-1, we need to know this information because GLP-1s were made um, to level out and manage your blood glucose. And so it's going to focus on that. And so we could end up having some low blood glucose, even if we don't have a type 2 or type 1 diabetes. So it's a great info. It's definitely one that you want to come join us. Thank you. Thank you, Virginia. All right, everybody. Bye. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And I'll see you in the chat later. All right. Bye.